I want to say thank you for a marvellous 2 days. It's just been incredible, especially hearing everybody's stories, the personal stories, so deeply felt and so courageous for people to share. And I also understand how difficult it is, or what a huge job it is to get this sort of thing up and going. So well done to all of the partners. I speak today with deep respect for the traditional owners from the Dja Dja Wurrung country and pay my respects to elders past and present. So a few years ago, I started pasting up posters of older women in tutus dancing in Hosier Lane. And if you look over my shoulder, that one, I guess, you'll see one of my ladies dancing away in a tutu with stripy legs. And, now we've got a lovely bit of the video that I was just about to go on to say. Celebrate Aging saw these dancers and asked me to make a video with them. It was such a great opportunity to spread the idea of how visibility, agency and joy was possible and erasure was not inevitable. In fact, it got the attention of The Guardian, and I was commissioned to write an article about it, which had over 500,000 views, which, is stunning for me. I'm not a journalist. And I also got contacted by, hundreds of people from around the world who related to the content, related to the idea that we needed to counter invisibility. I even got a contact from somebody in Wales who wanted to know, which was delightful, wanted to know if I had the pattern for the crochet cardigan I was wearing. And and also one phone call from a guy who wanted to explain to me what I meant. And I thought that was sort of creepily hilarious. Something happens every time I paste up my ladies, is that I have wonderful conversations with other women passing by who always say to me how welcome it is for them to see figures that they can relate to and identify with. In International Women's Day 2023, and I should mention that on International Women's Day, Hosier Lane gets taken over by feminists, which is a fabulous day. It's an initiative by the great artist, lovely artist, Dan Spain, who's a feminist activist artist. And it's been happening for a few years. So women come down, take over what used to be a fairly blokey sort of spot, though it's a very friendly environment. And we put up a whole bunch of things. But in 2023, I pasted up my old ladies, but I also put up 2 large faces of screaming older women. And if I move that way, you'll see her. The dances are deliberately about joy. The screaming woman is not. It's about the rage I talk about. As we've heard yesterday and today, it's invisibility for our cohort is just no joke at all. It's actually dangerous, leads to exclusion in the workforce, financial precariousness, bad health outcome. The growing homelessness is just appalling. Women have worked all of their lives who are now couch surfing or living in their cars. It's terrible. Elder abuse and inaction in social policy. So when I put up my screaming lady, it's really quite weird, the mirroring. I asked the women going past, particularly picked on the older women, to ask them what they would like to yell about. And then I wrote out their words and pasted them coming out of the screaming mouth. Here are some of their words. They all came with exclamation marks. Enough. Make good trouble. Be difficult. I matter. More respect. Older women count. Be outrageous. I am not invisible. Rage. Hear me. See me. And listen. So many women talked of that used the word listen. It came up again and again. And it occurred to me that not being listened to properly or at all is one of the most effective ways to silence someone, to silence women. She can begin to give up even trying to be heard. We mustn't. I believe that we can be disruptors and activists who change tired, redundant, and frankly, risible, absolutely risible stereotypes around aging and gender by actions such as these. My small street art, these huge actions taken by the organisations that you represent here today, and I'm sure many of the participants are all doing something about it. And we will change them by continuing to call it out, questioning it, and countering it with positive re-representations of being an older woman. So let's use a combination of joy and rage to counter the effects of ageism/sexism. But let's not forget to have a bit of fun along the way by also speaking up, laughing loudly, and dancing outrageously onto the streets. Thank you.